What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel today. We are back on Assetto Corsa for my Assetto Corsa hot lap, drive a bunch of cars around the track quickly event thing list. Eventually, I will get something that makes sense, and it will probably be for the very last episode. But anyways, if you haven't seen one of these before, basically what we do, we take a series of interesting, fun performance race cars, take them around Laguna, Seca, take them around Monza, compile a list, and see what the lap time comparison is like. So the format is pretty simple. No SAP adjustments unless there's a rare case of a car that has multiple tire compounds or turbo boost or something like that that would significantly alter performance, such as a racing slick that's a soft tire and the car defaults to a hard tire or something like that, or the Lotus 98T that we saw several episodes ago that had a Q boost mode, which was obviously what you want. So we adjusted that. But anyways, we get one out lap, one warm up lap, so I can just get my bearings of where everything is, not having driven pretty much all of these cars for any significant amount of time. And then one flying lap, and that lap, whether it goes well or goes bad, goes on the chart. So we'll go to Laguna, then we'll go to Monza, and today's car is, of course, the Porsche 917K. Legendary race car, late 60s, early 70s race car, obviously. But just a weapon of a car for its time. Not so much anymore. I mean, I still expect it to be pretty fast, but it didn't have any of the modern aero or anything like totally bonkers that cars have, certainly in the 80s, 90s, and through to today. So we're just going to do a quick check and make sure that this car only has vintage tires. Yes, I expected it to. No turbo boosts or anything. So that's good. We're just going to be able to hop right out in it. Probably a good sounding car. Don't know if I'll be good at driving it or not. It's not really my type of car, especially for a classic car, but we'll give it a whirl. So here we go. I need a lot more. I think the last car I drove a couple days ago was a modern car. I don't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head. It's been a while. But I need a lot more clutch time in this car than I did in that car. So there we go. Gotta figure out how to shift this car. Oh, pretty fast though. Doesn't brake or turn predictably, but pretty fast in a straight line. There we go. Oh, come on. Stop! Pretty long gearing for this car, obviously. This car raced all over the world on some pretty long tracks, so that'll probably help a little bit at Monza. We get the thing wound up and get rolling. It won't help us around here. We're going to be in between gears, I think, for some of these corners, like here. You can't really use first, but the very bottom of second gear. Oh man, this car is tricky to drive fast because it doesn't really do anything. It's pretty numb, but not in the way that it just doesn't respond. It's just difficult to get it to do what you want it to do, when you want to do it at least. Try first here for the last corner, blow through everything, because of course. That was weird. I felt like I had decently well stopped, but then we didn't, so. That's that shift. There's a cone on the track, which apparently is very solid, because I just absolutely monsterly destroyed it. Got the first here. Looks like about 55 is the limit for first. Yeah, this is not really my kind of car. It's not the worst thing in the world by any means, but finding it very difficult to get what I want out of it. Sounds good. I'll give it that. Sounds incredible. It's a little bit of a pain or a bore to drive, though. It's not really a pure, you just chuck it in there and it does what you want. Race car feel. You have to be very, very patient with it, which kind of takes away some of the thrill of driving it at the limit. You don't feel like you really are manhandling as much as you're waiting for it, if that makes sense. Can't use first here. Just gotta be very, very careful on the exit. Super long gears. gear in there somewhere, Justin. Here we go, it's a little better. Alright, one more lap to see what it is. Probably not that good, but we'll see if we can improve a little bit on the flyer here. A little bit on the chip there, but didn't really have a choice. Stuck with third there, it seemed to work okay. Ugh. So hard to get the max out of this car. A little bit of a slide there on entry, but we made it. It's fine. All's well. Plowed through there. Not ideal. Turned in there decently, needed a little bit of a correction, but that's okay. Please stop. There we go. Well, that was okay. Messed up one or two corners, but solid enough lap. See what the lap time is here. 1:30.52. That's not too terribly bad. Competitive for a car like this. See where that charts up on the Laguna Seca lap time. Just behind the Lotus 49, actually. That's a little bit surprising. I mean, it is a Formula 1 car, of course, but still a little bit surprising. That's 13th, if I did my numbers correctly there, for the Porsche 917K. Huh, yeah, that's an interesting one. I expected it to be a little bit faster, maybe. Not quite Praga R1 territory or McLaren territory or anything, but I feel like the Lotus 49, even though it is a Formula 1 car, that was like 20, maybe not 20, like 10 years older technology than this car was. So even though that had a lot more sophisticated for its time suspension and power and stuff, this car had 10 years of aero development, which wasn't that much, obviously. This car is far from an aerodynamic masterpiece or anything. But again, it was built more for longer tracks. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit of a puzzling one. I feel like I would have expected this to be a little bit faster compared to a 10 years previous Formula 1 car. Maybe that's incorrect in my assumption, but and maybe Laguna is not the track for that. Maybe it'll prove to be faster than that around Monza. But we'll find out here shortly. Same deal. Going to go straight out. Don't need to make any setup adjustments or anything. Pretty straightforward. Right-hand drive this car. Just barely. I guess it's a little bit more of a center car, but it's right-hand drive. And we'll head straight out. Definitely stretching its legs quite a bit more here. Still got to remember we have 1960s brakes. Finally a car that's geared for the chicanes. Just bottom first gear, easy, no problem. No wheel spin, anything. Oh, as I miss everything through here. Wow, okay. A little bit of a lift there, it's fine. Just about get the thing stopped. Direction change was okay. Gonna push a little bit through there, I can already tell. Just about made it. Fun car downshift, sounds good. Easy to heel toe, nothing crazy. Oh, big slide there, a little bit of curb, get on the grass. We're good. Ideal. Let's not do that again. Break it. 175. See how that works. That was all right. I need to be a little more precise, but we made it. Walk the car out to the outside there. Oh, lock curve, understeer. Fine. Gotta make a note to avoid that. Up to 5th gear in this 5-speed gearbox. 200 meters, just about 100, probably 90 miles an hour. We're not making that. Okay. Of course, this is going to throw away this lap as far as a reference, because it is much more of a penalty to actually take the corner, if that makes sense, than to take the access road, unlike it is in real life. So this first sector split here will not be representative of what we should look for on the next lap, the flying lap. There we go. I think I had a wheel on the grass there. This car does have a very wide rear profile, where just because the front's not on it doesn't mean the back isn't. It's much wider at the tail end. Didn't really have that problem at Monza, or at Laguna, excuse me. But obviously here we're dipping wheels, which isn't good. Just about stopped again at 200 meters there. That's okay. Let's not go flying off track here. A little bit too much curve, just about died. We're good, saved it. About 175 again, that was much better getting slowed down there. Use that for a fast lap as well. A little bit understeer slide there on power. Time to start the flying lap for the time charts. Again, that lap is not going to be representative. We probably cut a couple seconds off there with the missed turn 1. So we'll see. We'll be a little more conservative here, maybe 225. Still just about got stopped, not ideal. Probably lost a second or so in there, but we made it. There we go, a little better through Curva Grande here. Again, just dropping wheels. Trying to get the maximum out of the car. That was actually pretty good through second chicane. Lismo 1. Push quite a bit. Use the power to help it steer a little bit. Bit of a slide, caught it. Again, cost us a little bit of time all the way down this straightaway, but we didn't die, so that's the important part. Have yet to fully die in one of these videos. Had some close calls. Just about to get turned in there. Alright, somewhere in between massive understeer and a massive curve hop, please. Like that, that'll do. Use all the pavement. Brake again here about 175 or so. Just gotta wait so long, but eventually you can let it wind out. Shorten this up as much as we can to the line. 153.3. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a fairly competitive lap. See how it stacks up, especially compared to that 49. Let's see, what did I say? 53.3. Oh, actually, it's a little bit slower than the 49 again. I was expecting that to be, you know, a little bit faster. But again, it's just off the back of that, so. Let's see, Porsche 917K, 153.336. That's a peculiar one. I expected it to be a little bit faster than the Lotus around here. I mean, the Lotus is an underrated beast for sure, but I just expected that the power of this car would get it done. Honestly, the mistake in turn 1 probably cost me that 3/10 and the slide out of Lesmo 2, honestly. I don't know if I could have gone much quicker than a 53 dead, but I think I could have gotten there and beaten the 49, which is still a little bit surprising to me. So correct me if I'm out to lunch and don't know what I'm talking about with classic race cars. But yeah, that's an interesting one for sure. So I guess that's a wrap for today. Enjoyable car, not my favorite by any means, but enjoyable car. We also apparently lost on that lap about 4/10, 3/10 here in sector 2, which is interesting. But we made up 6/10 in sector 3. I don't know. It is what it is. It wasn't perfect, but we'll take it. We'll make it work. So that's going to be all for today. If you haven't already, like and subscribe down below. You don't want to miss any of the action from Assetto, Corsa, iRacing, F122, or anything else we got rocking at this point. So it's been a pleasure for sure. That's going to be it. So stay tuned for what comes next. Until next time, bye bye.